everybody, and welcome to today's Thrifty Thursday. Now, today's Thrifty Thursday is going to be a little something different, simply because I couldn't find it much at the thrift store. You know, I'm all about using what we have here in the homestead, and I'm all about trying to save money and things like that. So it would be pointless for me to go to the thrift store and just buy a bunch of stuff if I know I'm not going to use it. But have no fear, I have a thrifty project that we're working on today. And I thought maybe you would enjoy watching as well. The first thing I want to share with you is I did get one item at the thrift store, half off for $1. And it is a documentary on In the Presence of My Enemies. It's about a missionary couple who was held captive, and it's captivating. It's an amazing, amazing story. I got it for $1, and I thought this would be great. If anybody knows if a movie was made by it, In the Presence of My Enemies, could you let me know in the comments, because I would love to watch the movie of it. So let's put that aside, and I bet you're wondering, well, what are we going to work on today? Well, here's what we're working on. Months ago, yes, 3 months ago, I got all of this bread flour for $1.50 on clearance at Walmart. And I only now realize that it was not oven canned. And I'm going to share with you the whole procedure again. Yes, over a year ago I did a video on this, but my camera was very poor at that time, and I thought I'll just do an updated video so you guys can all see. So we are going to oven can it. So why are we oven canning all of this? Well, I got approximately 25 pounds of this flour, and it's in bags, which you see. Here where I live, it's very humid, it's very high moisture content. These bags already are starting to feel somewhat moist. I cannot believe that I waited 3 months to do this. I should have done it right away. But it's fine, there's nothing wrong with it. This flour is not expired. But we want to get it into our jars and sealed. That way moisture can't get in. The number one problem with storing food is moisture. Moisture is what hatches eggs. If it be in flour and rice, moisture is what makes things moldy. Moisture is what makes things go bad. But if we can them in glass jars, there won't be any moisture there. So I'm going to pan my camera down, and we're going to fill up all of these jars, and I'm going to explain to you the very simple and easy process of canning flour. The procedure is you open up your bags of flour and you put them in clean, very dry canning jars. They have to be very, very dry. We don't want any moisture in these canning jars. It's a little bit of a messy procedure. So 2 quart is about half of a 5-pound bag. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill all of these up, and then I'm going to share with you what we do next. Also, Ball came out with one of these. These are great. They are not cheap. I happened to get a couple of them on clearance sale. They also are really good. In fact, they would be better than anything because they keep the sunlight out. But unless you can get it on clearance, they're not going to save you any money because they're very expensive. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill up all of these jars, and I'll get back to you when it's finished. All right, we're back. Now, we have them all filled up. So what we do is, it's very important when you're doing any kind of oven canning, dry cloths. Everything has to be dry, no wetness. So we take a dry cloth and we're just going to make sure our rims are clean. I want to make sure that we have everything like this. Now, we are not putting our lids on until after we're done, and then we will pop the lids on it because we want the heat to escape. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have them all this like this. And then we're going to go ahead and pop them in the oven. What I do is, for the last 5 minutes, I will put my lids in the oven to make them hot. We are going to put this in a 200-degree oven for 1 hour. And then we're going to go ahead and put the lids on them. And then they will seal. Now they're all in the oven. I was able to fit all of them. In fact, I had room for 2 more. We're going to close the lid. We're going to close the oven door, and we're going to set it at 200 degrees. So I'll get back to you in 1 hour when it's finished. Take a ring. Now it's going to be very hot, but you want to get it on tight. So there we go. So we'll go like that. Go ahead, get another one out. Wipe it off. Put a lid on it. It's tricky to get the ring on tight while it's so hot. So I'm going to keep doing this for every single one of these. And then when they're all cooled off, I'll show you what they look like. I wanted to share with you what it looks like for flour that has been sealed since 2016. And so this is a jar that was sealed in 2016. The thing I don't talk about is you want to make sure your lids are clean when you pop open the lid. You know, you don't want any of that dust and crud on there. But these are from 2016, and it is just as fresh as the day you bought it. So we're going to open it up. It has that seal. It looks just like regular flour. And this is how I go about opening one of these up. So I take one of these and I open it in my canister. There's no air, so you see you have to help it along a little bit, because now we're introducing air into it. You may find that you have a little bit of clumps in it. Like I said, this is from 2016. So I just take my hands and I break up these clumps. And you can be all nice and fine once again. This is a way that you can have all kinds of flour and it lasts you a lot longer. You can also have wheat flour, and wheat flour should last you just as long if you oven can it. Now you see I have my hand in here for quite a little bit because I'm just breaking some of these lumps just to make sure it's nice and fine. This here is bread flour. You can do it with any kind of flour. Everybody's asking me, so what else can you use it for? You can use it for anything that's dry. You can use it for rice, beans, flour. You cannot do it for sugar. Sugar has an indefinite life on the shelf. So if you keep sugar in a nice dry place, it will last. Sugar can get hard, so what you can do is you can take your sugar out, put it in a canister with a couple pieces of bread in it, and that will help get your sugar right back to where it was. So here we go. We have this all done. I'm actually having some fun doing this. So, but I got all the lumps out. It's great now. So I hope you give it a try sometime. This is something anybody can do. You don't have to have the half gallons. You can have it in the quarts. You just can't have as much in them. So the half gallons are more economical if you can get some half gallons cheap. Also, Tractor Supply will often have their canning goods 50% off in the months of October and November. So that, my friends, is how you oven canned flour. Reuse your lids. They're great. You can reuse your lids for the oven canning as well. We're going to put our measuring cup in here, close the lid, and there we go. We're set to go for some baking. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't a Thrifty Thursday simply because I couldn't find anything at the thrift store, but it's a Thrifty Thursday just in the category of food. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.